Ireland's shortage of computing graduates has been hampering the development of an important part of our economy since applications dropped massively during the dot-com collapse 8 years ago. Up to 5,000 job vacancies in the IT sector are currently advertised by recruitment websites, but there's an annual shortfall in graduates of between 2,000 and 3,000, and it's causing concern in third-level colleges and the industry. As Laura Fletcher reports, companies here have to turn to other countries to fill up the shortfall in the knowledge economy.
It's an obvious choice, guaranteed job when I leave college.
You have to realise that things aren't going to be on computers these days. It's not going to be all old-fashioned anymore.
Plenty of job opportunities for us to choose when we get out at the other end.
I think everything's going to turn to computers someday, so I thought it'd be good to get it ready.
Computing students feeling positive about their career prospects, but according to the Third Level Computing Forum, it's a path too few students are opting for when choosing a college course. The numbers graduating from computing courses began to fall immediately after the dot-com collapse in the early part of this decade. Since then, the figure has been halved. The falling number of graduates contrasts with jobs in the sector, which, despite the downturn, continue to be generated and need to be filled. In fact, a large number of companies are looking to other countries to make up the shortfall in Irish computing graduates. Currently, 50% of all new hires in software companies in Dublin come from abroad.
If you look at the actual numbers, the top universities in Ireland graduate less than 200 students from their core computer science programs. And for an industry the size of the ICT that employs about 90,000 people, and Google competes with all of those companies for the best and the brightest talents, it's impossible for us to be able to fill all our jobs with that small of a pool of talent.
It's very important to us that we're able to communicate that message to students. We have employers who are eager to find the skilled people that they need. We have courses that we believe are capable of generating those students.
But when a well-known name in computing such as Dell announces massive job cuts in Limerick, it simply stokes fears about a future in computing. But according to the forum, those fears are ill-founded.
Well, it's a complete misunderstanding of what computing is all about. The jobs in Dell were basically manufacturing jobs. In a sense, they might as well have been making washing machines. The kind of jobs we're talking about in computing are not like that at all. They're about exploiting this new kind of paper and pencil to build stories, to build systems that will impact all kinds of aspects of people's activities.
Year on year, the community of international heavy hitters opening bases here is growing. On top of that, there are more and more traditional businesses embracing IT and creating jobs in the sector.
We are always hiring contract programmers, you're hiring like people in web development, you're hiring people in support areas as well. I mean, the IT department has been growing really significantly more than most other departments in the company.
Increasing an awareness of the opportunities in computing is one of the report's recommendations, but it's also advocating a more fundamental change.
In schools there's nothing done on programming, so it's almost impossible for a secondary school student to know what it is.
What I found difficult was the language part, the programming part, because I had no idea about that.
What we would like to see is more introducing of computational thinking into second level curriculum somewhere along the line, so that students could get to grip with the ideas and get to feel for whether they really like them.
Currently, the Department of Education has no plans to make computing a subject at second level, but the universities and institutes are hoping that an increased awareness of the opportunities in the sector will at least encourage more students to put computing courses down on their CAO forms this year. Laura Fletcher, RTE News.
And for more on this and all the other news stories, log on to our website www.rte.ie/news.